Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today is hashtag tagmetuesday, and we're going to be using some of those junk mail envelopes that we all have, recycled envelopes, the ones that we keep hoarding. Well, this time we're going to lightly decorate them and we're going to make them into pockets. Now you can make your pocket run in any direction that you want, and you can use any size of the window envelope. There's the nice pocket right here. You can cover the back if you wish to maybe put it on a flip on a page, so you could put a hinge right here on the edge, or you could glue it down to a page completely. You could glue it down on two sides or three sides and make a top-loading pocket or a side-loading pocket. You could even glue the two ends if it's long enough or wide enough, and you could use it as a type of belly band and place your piece down through this way. Goodness gracious, I love how this has turned out. It's very lightly decorated. I like that too. You're not spending lots and lots of time covering up all these little areas. You're just lightly decorating it, putting a little notch at the top, and we are placing our printed whatever you choose. Here I've placed music paper up against the window, so no matter what you put in your pocket, you're always going to see your decoration on the outside. And I placed a little something on the inside, some more music paper, so you can see that when you get in and out of your pocket. So there's that one. There's this one. I turned it this way. It came in the mail like this, and I just turned it this way because I wanted to use this chapter 1 paper digital tag right here. So I stuck a tag, a pre-made tag from a kit. I stuck it in there, added a little bit of washi, a label, and some scraps. And there you go, you guys. Maybe you could add a butterfly if you wish, like you could pop a little butterfly on here if you want to maybe jazz it up even a little bit more. So let's do that. Let's add a little butterfly right here. And then, of course, we will want to add, or I will want to add, a little flat back pearl just to finish it off. So adding my glue right here. I am using my glue gun. It's quick, it's easy, it's really great for videos. And there you go. Wow, that just changed it completely, didn't it, you guys? All right, so let's look at the next one. This one has a butterfly. This one has a picture. So there's a picture of a castle and a label and some lace. And I just tore a little piece of paper right there because I like that design, and I put it on at an angle. I did sew mine around the edge, as I said, but we will make some together that we're not going to be sewing. There's it's a scrap that I put some gold paint on when I had extra paint, and I just popped it inside. This one, I used a what do we call those? Not stamp, but a sticker. I used a sticker. It's a fern sticker. I thought that was really cool, placing a sticker on there. And once again, you have your deep pocket this time, so you could definitely put a tag shape in here. That would work wonderful for a tag. And a little lavender bow with a pearl. Some more washi on here. Just an empty little label right there. Now this one nope, I thought I backed that one. Oh, this is the one I backed. I knew there was one of them that I backed. I did back that one. This one's not backed. We looked at that one and thought, oh, look at this one. This one would be great in a bee journal, don't you think? And I used book page. So I put book page here. I used some paper flowers. I used some thread, an empty label, and then a picture of some sunflowers. And I lined it with a book page. So very simple elements, but I think they're really special. Now it's time that we make a couple together. So let me put these over here to the side, and let's look at our junk mail. So you can use junk mail at any widths that you want, any size. Look at this nice big one. I really like this nice big one. I like the big ones a lot. So you can use any size that you wish. All right, so I've got a few over here. I've got two. I've kind of compiled a few things that we might like to decorate them with, giving us a few options. So I have trimmed this one right here. I've trimmed it down, and I've trimmed it down. I'm grabbing my oh goodness gracious, I'm grabbing my ruler. I tried to get this to be about the same size as this. So this width and this width are about the same size. I just think it makes it look nice. Now you can trim this down right up here if you want, but I kind of like that size for a pocket. What size is that one? That one's 6 inches. So if your page is not quite 6 inches, of course you can cut that down and make it smaller. So this one right here, I'm just going to take my ruler to help me see, and I'm putting out the edge of where the window is, and then I'm putting it on a grid. Excuse me. That's about a 1/2 inch right there. So over here, I'm going to put it on a line. So I'm placing my ruler on the edge of the window, and then if I mark it at a 1/2, it's right here and right here. So all I would need to do is, I'm going to line this up again, and I'm going to draw my line right across, is just trim it right there. I have got, you guys, I have got so much piled up around me trying to get that other studio organized that has caused this studio to implode. You could save this for another pocket. You don't need to throw it away. So that's another idea and another video altogether. So we've got our little envelopes all ready to start decorating. So you can decorate them with a lot of different things. I have a few examples here. On the example that I showed you where this and where's my other one? This one. This one too, I suppose, would work. This one that we just added on. But we have extra things on the outside of the envelope that cover up part of the window. And that's always a nice little element to use. So you can use things like a butterfly. You could use things like a fussy cut. You could use, here's the bunny, you could put that one up and down. So you can think of things like that that you could place on the outside to give it a little depth. That's what that will give you, a little depth. So you could use pre-made tags, or you could use things out of a magazine. You could use pictures out of a magazine if you wish. What I have put together right here is I have a tag. It's a pre-made tag. It's a Chapter 1 Papers tag. Isn't that beautiful? And I thought that would look really nice inside this one. If I turn it, see, it came to me like this, but if I turn it, then I can stick this in here. Just pop that right on in there. I could have my Paris show if I want. Put the flower on at, over to one side. I don't have to place this right in the middle. I can pull it over and show a little bit of the writing. I think that would be wonderful. Now for this one. This one's kind of I've got two different choices here on this one. This one right here, well, wait a second here. Is this the one that I had planned out for this one? Because it seems a little wide. Maybe it will work. Oh, it's an illusion. Yeah, I think it's a little wide for this one. We could put a little washi on it though, but I think it's a little too small. So I think my first thought was this one. That was my second thought when I was trying to prep this. We could make it go, wait a second here, guys. That's not going to work. I want this one to go up and down. I want this one to go this way. So let's see. Well, that would fit. And let's see. What about this one? Nope. And nope. So let's see if this birdie one will fit in there. And if not, I'm going to grab something else. This is not at all what I had planned to do. I think I grabbed the wrong envelope to, yeah, let me grab, that's cute in there. We could put some washi on. Let's do this one. And you know why? Because it's going to show you that you can use a picture that maybe doesn't fit perfectly. As you can see, it doesn't fit all the way. It's not quite wide enough to go here, but we can make it work. So let's use this to show that you can make it work. I also want to go ahead and cut these open a little more. I find it a little easier if they're at least cut open this far. This one is only cut open on one end. So let's go ahead and open it up on one of the other sides. It just, to me, is easier to get things in and out, and I don't struggle as much. And I just don't want to struggle when I'm crafting. You know, I don't mind things being, you know, a little difficult, but when I'm, you know, I call it arguing with my paper. When I'm arguing with it, I don't, that's not too much fun for me. So I'm going to glue this down. See, my flap of the envelope has come open. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here and get this glued down so I don't have that flapping around. Do I need to check this one? Does this one have any issues? No, that seems to be glued down nicely. Oh, there's a little bit of one right here. Let's get that glued down. All right, so I don't have things prepped for this one. I pulled out some things to decorate this one. Now I need to think about, what do I have that I can decorate this one with? Well, I definitely think that we should use some of these on it. I immediately thought of this. And I'm kind of not using these a lot right now because I can't find any more. And so I tend to be saving them for that special piece, and that definitely goes well with it. I've got a dish right here, and I've got lots of labels on it. I even did one of the price tags. I thought that would be cute for one of them, possibly this one I was thinking of. Now, I'm going to quickly find some things to decorate this one with, and then we'll join you. All right, I think I'm ready to begin decorating now. I've got some pieces of black lace. I've got this beautiful crimson colored silk bow. And we've got this bling, and I grabbed this washi. I thought that washi would be really nice on there. So that's what I have for this. You know what I didn't grab? I didn't grab a piece for the inside. Would that fit on the inside? It might. That little piece might. I just have it laying around. Let's go ahead and ink up our pieces. Now, we're not coffee dyeing our envelopes. I'm going to use my frayed burlap, and I'm going to ink up my sponge, and I'm just going to run it around the edge of the window, just like this, just to get it inked up. It just takes a few minutes, and you don't have to get your coffee dye out, because that to me is a whole nother project to just get your papers prepped. So we're just going to use our ink. Now this is interesting. This down here has blue on there, so we might need to cover that one up a little bit more. This is a different color, has a different color on this envelope. So we might need to cover that up a little bit. This one has a lot of writing on it. So this one's going to take a little bit more covering up than the other one did. So let's just get this all covered up. Okay. Now let's add our selected item inside. So we've chosen this one right here. We're going to pop it right in, and I really want that terrace to show. So it's going to come through like this. Let's go ahead and glue around the edge. Now I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to place my glue around the edge of my tag, and then place it inside right here. If some glue gets onto your window, it didn't bother mine when I was making mine with the art glitter glue. It just dried completely clear and it didn't bother it at all. All right, so that's really cute inside there. And then our bird. Let's get our bird in here. Which way did I open that? I opened it this way. Let me see how far I need to pop that. Maybe about something like that. I kind of want these words to show down here. So adding my glue around the edge of my piece, and then picking it up and popping it inside. You see why I opened that other side? It just really helps a lot to get it in there and try to get it positioned and all that. It's over on one side more than the other, but I don't know that that's going to be a problem because we're going to work that out with decorating. And this is just to show you that you don't have to have something that fits perfectly into your window. We can work around that. So I have these things right here that I thought we could use to decorate this envelope. So I was thinking we might pop this little bunny on here. I think she's so cute. And let's see, we have some covering up to do, don't we? I have a little bit of washi here. Let me clear my throat. Just one second. All right, as I cleared my throat, I took that opportunity to ink the little bunny up just a little bit. But I also want to take my washi right here, and I'm going to place it onto my envelope just like this. I'm just going to tear it off down here at the bottom. Now, I'm going to burnish it onto my envelope. I didn't add any extra glue. I'm hoping that it's going to stick well onto there. I've got a little piece that kind of came over when I tore it. There we go. Now that's going to cover up those words that were right there. And I think that looks super cute. Bring that up so you can see. I don't even mind that this is a darker color. Remember that was blue, and when I inked it up, it changed its color. I don't mind that at all. Now let's see, do I want to add a little bit of washi right there to cover up this right here? I think I do, and I'm thinking I want to trim it off, and then place it right here. Yeah, and then I think I might have to cut it and not trim it because the word goes right there to the very edge. So I'm going to trim it off. We've covered up 2 areas that had writing. I'm going to burnish this too, just to get it to really, really grab a hold of that paper. I've got this scrap right here, and I really thought that that would be nice to pop on. I'm not sure about what we're going to do down there. Maybe another piece of washi might be good, and we need to do that first. So I'm going to do that and get that on there. Tear this right here, tear it off, and then trim this. Okay, trim our washi off. I'm going to burnish this as well. Make sure that's brand new fresh washi, so it's pretty sticky. I think it will be just fine. I could put it this way, but it's longer this way. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to just cut this, or trim it, tear it. Yeah, whatever the heck I'm doing right here. I'm going to tear it. I'm going to tear this edge too. Uh-oh, almost tore it too short. I think it'll be all right. I can always trim a little bit more off of this if I need to. But I'm thinking maybe I want it this way. Yeah, I like it that way a little better. And I'm thinking I'm going to need to trim this side as well. Like that. Now do I like it better this way? It feels heavier on this top part. I think that's why I'm reluctant to put it that way, because it feels heavier. Wonder if we put washi over the top going this way. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my frayed burlap, and I'm going to ink up the edges here where we have torn our scrap piece of paper. And then I'm going to pop it on, maybe something like this. And I'm not going to worry about this right here because I'm going to take a piece of washi and go the opposite direction. So grabbing my art glitter glue, I'm going to glue down my scrap. Once again, I'm just not going to be worried about this area right at the top, because I'm going to take my washi and I don't like it going over that one. Tear it just like that. I wish that that hadn't torn that way. I'd rather have it torn. It's curved, and I don't care for that curve. I know it's very tiny, but I don't care for it, so I'm going to see if I can fix it. It doesn't want to tear, guys. There. Okay, it tore. Oh yeah, I like it better. Okay. Now we've got that piece. I like it up there, and it covered up that word. So use your washi, use your scraps, and just lightly decorate your envelope. There we go. We've got our picture in, and we've got a little bit of words. Now I'm thinking I need a little bit of words down here at the bottom. It seems like it needs something down here like this. Yeah, that's what it needs. Now I was going to pop this little fella on here. I might pop him right there, or I could pop him right here and have this come out this way. Which way? Do I like this? Well, I don't know. I was going to say I tend to put things on one side as of the other, but this one's really not that true. I don't know. It's got an empty spot right here, so I think that I need to pop it right here. I just didn't really want to cover up all those words, but you can still see that it says Paris. I can push that over just a little bit more. If I do it this way, then what am I going to put right here? I feel like it needs a little something, whether it's a faux stamp or a label. I've got lots of labels here. I also have got this that we could use, but that seems to be like it should hang up at the top a little more. Maybe, whoops, maybe I could, a little bow is just flying around everywhere, isn't it? It's starting to come together. That's not the right label. That's not bad. No. Not really doing it for me. I don't like this area right here. So, with that said, I might pop her back over here and see about something else. You can always turn a label this way. It does not have to go up and down, or the correct way. It doesn't have to go where you can read it. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'm trying to hold these all together. Now the bow. Do I want this ticket on here? Maybe on this side with the bow? Well, that's pretty doggone cute right there. All right, so what do we need to do? First, I need to ink up my words right here. I need a little bit more ink on here. So inking up my words. Did I say I was inking up my words? Well, they are words, but I'm inking up my scrap that we tore. And we're going to pop it right down here like this, using my art glitter glue. And I'm going to apply my glue on here. Trying to straighten up my envelope so that my words aren't too crooked here. I'd rather have them fairly straight. And then we're going to pop our little bunny on here. Now I will list, I can't remember off the top of my head where I got these bunnies. I got them at Christmas time because they're kind of Christmassy themed, but you can't tell. She's just dressed real fancy. And I will find out where I purchased them from, and I'll pop them down in the description area. So we had it here somewhere. I'm just looking, let's see. I like it right there. Let's get our bow on. I really like the bow here. Forgot to put my thumbnail, my thumb punch. And I put my thumb punch. Let's stop and do that right this minute. And we haven't lined the inside, but you know how to do that. I'm going to find, I know how to do a thumb punch too, but I need to do that now before I get too much on here. It's a 1.5 inch hole punch. It's a hole punch. It's not a thumb punch. I have a thumb punch. I don't care for the shape of it. I'm hoping this chews through, or doesn't chew through this washi. Oh, good. Good, good, good. It cut it perfectly. Now, of course, when we back this back part, it won't be so stark white. I think I will use maybe some book page. Or you could leave it plain if you would like. I don't know what's going on with my voice today, but it's it's kind of weird. Alrighty, we got our little dangle on there, and I'm going to trim it to be just a little bit, these strings a little bit shorter. And we need our label. I think I want it up there, right there. So let's add that. Get my envelope to be fairly straight so that when I glue my label on, it's fairly straight. Well, look how cute she's turned out to be. She is absolutely adorable. We have a little movement going on. I wonder if we can get this one done fairly quickly. We have some lace, and we have this piece that doesn't quite fit. Now let's put our thumb notch in right away before I forget, and because I'm thinking we're going to get lace up there. So it's about right there is the middle, and we're not going to be taking much out, are we? Because yeah, I should have put a piece in. I thought about that when I was in my trash can here. I pulled out some Sorry Silk thread. I thought, oh, I should have been backing that. And that's why you want to back it, because that's exactly what happens. It just chews it. Well, it's not ruined, you guys. So if you do that, it's not ruined. Just place your little piece in there. Well, doesn't want to cut, does it? There we go. Let's see. It's perfectly fine. It's a nice cut now. All right. So we've got this. I think we need to address too much on the picture wasn't big enough for the size of the window. So I'm going to take a little bit of washi and I'm going to move it over. I'm not going to take it all the way. Wait a second here. I don't want to cover up too much of my words. I want to cover it right here. And then I'm going to trim it. Or I could just roll it over. Can't roll it over here. It opens here. It opens there. Can't roll that over. Now let's do this side. So this is really quite an easy fix. I think that washi looks very nice with that picture of that bird. And I'm just going to trim it. Okay, now we've got some lace. Now we don't have that much to cover up. We've got this we need to cover up. I'm not going to use all those though. So let's see. We've got this down here, and we've got this up here at the top. I'm thinking that maybe I don't want to cover up too much of those words, so maybe we need to do our decoration up here, possibly. I'm just working it out here, guys. And we have a nice long label down here. That's a pretty big label, pretty wide, but it needs to be fairly long to accommodate. Oh, look at there. That's going to be perfect. And then if we put this, we've got our notch there, but we can pop that right there, or turn it like this. Pop it here. I think I'm going to take off a little bit more of this lace, right here, I've taken most of my lace out to my studio to sort it, and so I don't have what I normally have here sitting next to me. All right. That looks better, doesn't it? I'm not sure. I like it all the way across. I think maybe just within this area and not all the way. We also have some of those words, that paragraph, that maybe we could use in this project. I don't know, because it has words down here at the bottom. I don't know about adding more words. I like the color. It's just something you have to just kind of keep working at until you get it just the way you want it. I don't like that. There's music. Music and birds go very well together. It sure does. Music and birds. I like that. I'm not sure I like that print with it, but no, don't really like that. I wouldn't mind a piece of this. It's this print that's throwing me off. I could always add this right here if I wanted. Let's get this up here. I think this might help if we get this up here. And I'm thinking I want to put this underneath that flower. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here at the corner. And then I'm going to take my little stick here and I'm going to kind of turn it so it's like gathered. And then let's pop this on here like this. I think this is going to help with trying to decide what goes where. At least I'm hoping. At least we're getting something on the page, right? Instead of just going around in circles. Okay, now I don't want it over there. How about if we do this? No, let's do this instead. Let's tear a piece of the washi. So the washi's torn. And what happens if we pop it down like that? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. Now, how do we want this, and do we want this? Do we want it to go underneath? It's pretty heavy. Do we want it to go down here? Oh, yeah. We want it to go down there. All right, maybe up at the top and down at the bottom. So it's just trial and error, trial and error. You just have to keep working at it because, goodness gracious. Now, I don't mind this kind of a struggle. When you're trying to figure out what looks good where and how to place it, I don't mind that. I just put that piece of paper in there. I don't mind. I'll get that out later. I don't mind that kind of struggle when you're, trying to work out your design. That I enjoy. I don't enjoy, trying to get something to fit where it doesn't. Now, I'm not sure I want that there. I'm back on up here. It's just too heavy right there. How about if we just put a couple, and that's where we put our, they're both on the same side. That's not good for me. Don't care for that on the same side. It's so heavy. It makes it heavy. I thought I had it worked out. Okay, I don't mind that. I'm going to cut this here. Actually, I think that's the wrong side. And I'm going to pop that there, I believe, like this. And then I'm going to pull it over here. We need to cover this up. That's what we're trying to work at. all the way across I think will be fine. So I need to trim this band off. So let's get that band trimmed off. Okay, and then let's pop this up underneath. I'm just pulling it back. I know I should have probably done this earlier, but I didn't know what I wanted. So if things, you know, I think I don't want it like that. I think I want it like this. Yeah, I want it like that. Change my mind again, guys. Oh, surprise, surprise. Pop it in there like that, and then pull it across. And I think I want to end at the washi. I'm going to add my glue and just press it down. Okay, let's brush off that white. It will come off. I just have to work at getting it off. Look at that. And let's get this one on. It's like this. What happened to my, here it is. Okay, and then let's pop this on there. Maybe I want it in between. No. How far up do I want it? That's a good question. Maybe about right there. Right in between the two. Goodness gracious. That one was a little bit of a struggle, but I really do enjoy how that has turned out. Now, of course, you would want to line the inside, which you guys know how to do that. And this shows how it would look if it's not sewn. Of course, you know I'd have to glue this one side right there, but that's not an issue. You guys, I should have been telling you what hashtag #TagMeTuesday is all about. It's a Facebook group I have. The link is down below. You need to accept the rules of the group. And what are the rules of the group? The rules of the group are to be kind to everyone and that there is no selling. That does not mean you can't sell your items. It just means you can't sell your items on that site. And so to accept the rules is how you join. There have been quite a few people that have asked to join, but that have not accepted the rules. I cannot accept you into the group unless you accept the rules. To be kind to everyone, and there's no selling on that site. The other question you don't have to have the answer to, but the answer is hashtag Cathy Sewing Happiness. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you pop on over there and join the Facebook group because you could show your version of this project. We love to see it because your personality comes out in your crafting. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.